Hi, Jenna Weiss, May Township. I'm trying something different. I'm going to tell you a story about my car. I've been a faithful Honda CR-V owner for over 20 years. I love my car. It's efficient, safe, big enough without being too big, 100% reliable. It has four-wheel drive. I could go on and on. I've never considered owning any other car. In my 20s, when it was time for me to buy my first car, I did oodles of research. I made a pros and cons list comparing everything from prices, gas mileage, safety ratings, you name it. I took my list and spent an entire day test driving different makes and models and didn't fall in love with anything until I sat in the CR-V. It was instantly different. When I sat in the driver's seat of every other car, I'd have to go through this awkward dance of what to do with my purse. Seriously, I'd sit down and look for a place to put it. Do I twist around and stick it behind me? Do I put it on the ground by the passenger's feet? Do I put it in the passenger's lap? Do I put it in my lap and buckle it in? I don't know. Every car I drove was the same until the Honda CR-V. I got in and the salesperson said, "Oh, here, there's a place for your purse." And looking down right between the two front seats was the most amazing thing, a clean, open area that was a perfect place for my purse. And so began my long and loyal relationship with the CR-V. Now, I've had a handful of CR-Vs over the years, and over the years, the Honda has made design changes, and the spot for my purse has evolved. In one model, it was a flat tray that could be completely folded away. In a later model, it was a closable bin, which I liked because I could fit tons of stuff in there, out of sight, out of mind. But the point is that the purse spot was always there in every CR-V since its inception in 1995. That is until the 2016 model came along, but back to my story. So it was time to do musical chairs with cars at our house. We had a family member suddenly in need of a cheap car. Our daughter's car had suddenly become cheap when it collided with the garage door. We decided to gift that car away, give my current model to our daughter, and I would upgrade to the new model. I called our salesman, Scott, and I told him to scout out a new one in my favorite color and let me know when it came in. He was excited. He said, "When can you come for a test drive?" I told him, "You know what? I'll drive it when I pick it up." When I walked into the showroom to pick up my car, everything appeared fine. They had polished and shined it up. It was the right color. But it was a huge disappointment when I peeked inside. The dedicated purse spot, indeed the most important detail and selling point for me, was gone. It had been replaced with a console with two cup holders and a little platform for my cell phone and a tiny little compartment, just big enough for a pack of gum. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Scott, where am I supposed to put my purse?" To that, he started stammering about the improved sound system, the backup camera, the lane assist, and other things I couldn't care less about. The place to put my purse was gone. A small, nominal detail, perhaps, to the Honda designers, but it was everything to me. It was my reason for buying this car, and it was now gone. There are some lessons to be learned. The first one is always test drive a car before you finance it and get stuck with it for years to come. I am now stuck with a car made up of many parts that I love, but it's missing the key part that makes me want to own the car. What does this have to do with Stillwater schools? This is the official bond notice from the Gazette, April 2015, a month before the vote, 121 lines of details. This is the information you provided to us to help us decide how to vote. On line 76, you had my attention. It showed over $125,000 of improvements just to Marine School. I've been in the district over 14 years now, and I've always known that the survival of Marine was precarious. I was not late to any party. When I saw that this infusion of $100 million taxpayer dollars would not only save Marine, but it would improve it, you had my complete support. I not only gave you my yes vote, I made sure that everyone I knew got out to vote for this, to save Marine School. I helped you sell this because I trusted you. It may have only been 2 lines in a 4-page document, but to me it was the most important part. It was the place for my purse. And when you remove this from the package, it is absolutely a deal breaker. This is what the voters approved. You do not have the right to remove 16 lines of promises amounting to 3 entire communities and go on with business as usual. You scammed these communities to get their yes votes and are marching forward as if you've done nothing wrong. While you sit there wondering why there are 3 lawsuits, I sit here wondering why there aren't more. And I'm not angry that I didn't get my way. We were betrayed by people we should have been able to trust. And for me, the result has been incredible disappointment and literal heartbreak, which actually feels so much worse than being angry.
Thank you.